So I'm about to present. Okay.
Yes. Give me about 2 seconds to introduce everybody, and then we're gonna jump
All
right on in. Hi, my name is Shreya Solomon. I will be the lead discussant for Ojac number 2 today.
Did you
Um,
start the recording? I'm sorry, I can't
yes.
see it's recording. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
I, I,
sorry.
I don't know. It's my first time recording too. Um, we'll be discussing a couple of questions on the literary review. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna let Adriana go first,
hmm
and then Wafa,
Yes, that's
and then
right. Mhm.
I. All right.
Okay. Okay. So my article is um, Students' Perceptions on Distance Education, a Multinational Study. And okay, so the research article addresses the following problems to examine what undergraduate students' perceptions are concerning distance education and their willingness to enroll in this type of course. The primary research questions that guided this study were: have undergraduate students taken an online course previously? Um, Number two, what are the undergraduate source students' perceptions of distance learning? Number three, what are the reasons for undergraduate students to enroll or not to enroll in distance education courses? Number four, what preparation do undergraduate students feel they need to have before taking distance education courses? Number five is, what is the undergraduate students' receptivity towards enrolling in DE courses? What types of distance education would undergraduate students be interested in taking? And that was the last one. These problems and questions set the foundation for the research by providing a clear focus on how offering online courses to current and future students attract prospective students who otherwise will not be able to enroll in a face-to-face course, in any face-to-face course that's available. The literature review was structured into 8 subsections. These subsections were introduction, literature review, methodology, methodo methodology, yes, results, discussion, limitations and future research, conclusion and recommendations, and appendix. It begins with an introduction that establishes the context of how the World Wide Web made information accessible and distributed educational content to a large fraction of the world's population. And then it mentions how distance education from there became increasingly common in many universities worldwide. Um, because of this opener, the researcher believed that in order to develop such programs or distance education programs, it was useful to determine if students are receptive to taking them and are they prepared to do so. So the study addressed students' perceptions and their interest in distance education, and it concluded with the fact that the students' primary concerns with taking distance education courses were similar in all of the 3 countries that they looked at. The 3 countries were Portugal, United Arab Emirates, and Ukraine. Their concerns were time management, motivation, and English language skills. However, this did not stop participants from taking interest in online courses, especially for Ukrainian students. And based on the research, there were obstacles to address to support the expansion of distance education in those 3 countries. Um, and I put this structure would provided coherence to the research. It offered clarity as well as to what the author wanted, what the author's goal was. The author also connected the research problems and questions with the literature review by framing the review around key research problems, identifying gaps, and synthesizing studies. So I put that this connection is evident in the literature review when the author examined key aspects of distance education. They looked at things like physical separation, technical media, face-to-face meetings, and teacher communication with students. They also looked at different types of distance education, and types of distance, oh, different types such as massive online open courses, and they looked at the advantages and disadvantages of them. So I put that the alignment enhances how education can be formed in multiple ways to address all individuals. The literature review scope can be recognized. There's no time keeping here. Let me know if I like. Let me know if I need to stop. The literature review scope can be recognized through its focus on distance education, the fact that it was a multinational study, the perceptions of distance education, and the fact that they use undergraduate students. So I put that the connection to the research question and problems were made through multiple methodologies. They explored the research through multiple countries: Portugal, Ukraine, and UAE. They began by exploring each country's social demographic and technological use. Afterwards, through a critique of relevant studies, they did the multinational study and asked 10 closed questions to these undergraduates about their perception and receptivity. Okay. Receptivity towards enrolling in distance education. And I like the fact that they based the type of survey they did on research, saying that compared to traditional methods like face to face, paper, and pencil, it was easier to do a web based survey and more people responded to that. So that is why they chose to do this. It was the best research for gathering data from many participants as they did from 3 different countries. So I felt like this analysis was well integrated and thought out. The last 2 questions I answered, I did not feel like there was any problems in the literature review, so I left that question number 6 as not applicable. But I wanted to add, so based on the guidelines in the textbook, the article's literature review compares it to best practices and benefits of all online classes. For example, the author writes, although there are different types of distance education, their research focused on online learning because based on their research, that was the one that most people were drawn to. The following types of online learning were investigated: synchronous, asynchronous, blended, and then the massive online open course opportunity and open schedule online courses. I put that this comparison highlights the advantages and disadvantages in each. And this article also went over the students' perceptions of each one. So, in summary, from this critique, I learned that it's best to access readiness to take distance education courses before dishing them out. This is best done through a survey, and it is also best to have students speak with counselors before they do so. It's also best practice to provide pre-distance education courses to build skills and behaviors on the students' concerns. It helps to train instructors to develop and deliver distance education courses to overcome obstacles such as motivation and time management. It is a good idea to offer courses in a blended learning format to familiarize students with online learning, which may provide a transitional model. A blended learning is like a little bit at home and also a little bit in the classroom. Applying this to my review, I will explore how professional development can impact my study and the best delivery for that format because I'm very interested in doing online professional developments. I'm even trying to push that at my school simply because time management is a big issue in classrooms and in schools in general. And I put that this will strengthen my research and add clarity, relevance, and depth to my literature review.
Oh yes. Great
And that is
job.
it.
Great summarization. I think my follow-up question, we'll have like a minute or two of Q&A.
Okay.
Um, what was the sample size?
Oh my gosh, let me look at that.
I think it's very interesting that they chose three different like yeah,
Countries.
countries.
Countries, yeah. And
Hmm.
they in common, like UAE, they are Arabic Muslim country, Ukraine, and what's the third country?
Uh, Portugal, Ukraine, and the UAE, United Arab
Yeah.
Emirates.
So
And it
interesting.
was, yes, I thought that was interesting too. So 55 Portuguese students participated, 98 United Arab Emirates students participated, and 70 Ukrainian students participated.
All right, all right. So,
Mhm.
like you said, they got close enough to 100, so that would be like perfect. But okay, because they probably had to throw out this and that. So guess
Mhm.
now it's me and Waffle's turn. Did you want to go first, and then I kind of comment on 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 the on the document? Because
Okay, yeah, sure. Just I want to say something for Adriana that she's lucky she got that article. It seems it's
uh-oh.
from our book because our literature we selected, okay,
Yeah.
it's not that good. Even the title is not clear. Even the research questions not clear. So you're
Mm.
lucky. Yeah, we got a bad example, but you got the good example. So our literature was about teachers' receptions of mobile technology, learning impacts, and application use in the classroom. So even though it's about teachers' receptions, it wasn't focused on teachers' opinion or point of view. So the writer he selected a lot of literature and he used them in his research, but I don't think they were directly related to the research questions. The
Mm.
research questions yeah, go ahead. If you have any comments, go ahead because I know
No.
we have the
Oh,
same articles, so keep it as
yes.
discussion. That's right. Yeah.
Um,
So that is, yeah, go ahead.
I found it difficult to like they didn't have usually they just have um the title there. Like what are we doing again? I mean, it's been a long day. But uh literature review. There wasn't like a literature review like
No
just plain
subtitles, no
yes.
subtitles, clear subtitles. There is nothing called literature review, nothing
Yeah.
called introduction, nothing
Oh,
called
we do have the introduction, but it's so short that it's like
the introduction. He named it like background. It's not
yes.
clear. There is no subsection called research problems,
He
research questions,
completely went
nothing.
past the literature review and did everything else.
Nothing called conclusion, nothing. So it was like, come on, why? Seriously, I was thinking, why? I thought all of the literature the teacher provided us are bad like this. No, it seems there is good ones. And Rihanna,
Yeah.
you got one good one. So it was easy for you to write your literature review because with us, it's a bad example. I had to dig deep. The references he used, nothing about teachers. It's general
Yeah.
about the benefits of using
Oh
technology.
my gosh.
I
Okay.
know we suffered. How
Maybe
about
he threw that one in there to kind of,
in purpose?
yeah.
I think, yeah, I thought all of them will be like this. So let's go with one of them. So,
And then
yeah, so whatever I saw here in this literature made me think twice about my literature
Mm.
review.
yeah,
Even some of the references, they weren't peer reviewed, they weren't from trusted
sources, yeah.
resources. Yes, do you find that too? It was like, oh my
Mm.
God.
Yeah, when you actually go to a source, not only is it like this is a Spain-based survey research
Mhm,
article. It was 102 teachers from 12
mhm,
different schools in Spain. But like Wafa said, it doesn't really say like we found the teacher's perception to be this. It's more like
General.
students is thrown in there, teachers are thrown in there, um, different applications. They had 45 applications that they started with. Then they narrowed down that to 27 being considered
Mhm,
educational apps. So when we think of
mhm.
Mm.
educational apps, it's like subjects like math, science, reading.
It's not focused at all. He
Yes,
needs
Mm.
to narrow down.
to one.
Yes. I know. So
Honestly.
the actual review provides variable like good background information, but it doesn't really support the study's aims. So I really dislike it. But at least we learn what not to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Our
Yes, we
research
avoid
questions, there was only three. It said,
three.
what is the impact on learning that teachers thanks to the use of mobile technology in the classroom. So we're already at a bad start because question number one doesn't really make sense. But me and Wafa, we learned that it probably doesn't make sense because of the language translation.
Mm.
Spain,
This
yeah.
The second question is, what is the frequency of use of various apps in the classroom? It would be great to know, yes, the frequency of apps that they use, but really, what is the one application that most teachers use?
Mm.
And the last question, never he addressed it on his research. Nothing
Yeah.
related to the last question. The third question is sitting there, but he didn't touch it.
What are
Yeah.
the differences in the perception of the impact on learning of mobile technology among non-users and users of each app? First, it's
He
confusing.
didn't compare. He did. I think he would like to compare who's
Yeah.
using those apps, but nothing on the article about the third question. It seems he forgot. He forgot it.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. I know it was really bad. Like but it helped me a lot every time. I
Of
look
what
at
not to
my
do.
research. Yes, not to do exactly. I had to read mine so many times just to make
Yeah.
sure they are connected. Everything um, is answered in my literature review. And also, did you notice that he's using a lot of reference, like unbalanced references? He's focusing on the positive point of view of using mobile apps in the classrooms. Like all of the references about the good thing. Okay, come on. Like why you don't balance your references? Why you are taking the reader to one direction? You are guiding him for your opinion. You
Yeah.
need to balance. Is that right?
They also, I would like to say, they categorize the educational apps into subcategories such as a learning skills tool, an informational management tool, or a
Mm-hmm.
content learning tool. So I did
Mm-hmm.
learn that not all educational technology applications are the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of, I was like, huh, maybe just because it does teach you math, like is it teaching you um the context of math, or is it teaching you how to do the math problem?
Hmm.
So that was interesting. It was a lot of references that I feel like like you said, he barely used. What's the point of having 50 million references if you only use a line or a little bit or a sentence or two? It's like at least 30 or plus references on here.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, most of them not from trusted websites, not peer reviewed, and most of them to direct the reader to certain direction.
Yeah, he kind of
So,
wanted the illusion that his research is very backed up and solid, but it falls apart as soon as you start reading.
What language is it translated from?
I know.
Because I would like to read the one you all read
Yeah.
so that, so I can learn too, because I
Yeah,
think
we
it's
put it on the Dropbox. We shared the
okay.
article on the Dropbox. So we are using the same Dropbox, whoever created and
Yeah,
sent the
Lauren,
link
but
to
it's
the
not,
teacher. Yes.
I can't edit it. So I think I might have to make another one.
Why? No,
Can you
why?
edit it?
Because, yes, because the teacher at the end he's gonna access one link to see four of them.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Because
I
I
will
keep
send it. Yes, I was able to
edit it.
put mine, edit mine. Okay, so I think you should be able. Yeah, I edit that one. I
Let me
put
see.
my part on his. I was
Okay, so I have, who is this?
I
Somebody
saw
already,
it on Group Me. I think it's where
I
it
will
was.
drop it.
I have to access it through my laptop.
yeah, I have the group me, but like
Um,
right now I'm on the Ojac number 2 write up and link, but it'll just let me comment. It won't let me write my stuff in.
no, you should be. I just dropped the full folder of my
Okay.
work of today's discussion. So you're
All right.
supposed to see their videos. The ones who didn't attend today, they
Yeah.
created their own
Hmm.
documents and videos. Can you see it? I see everybody's work.
I saw
Okay.
one earlier. I
Okay.
just can only
I
see it
send it
mobile.
on the chat. If you don't
Yes.
have the link, I send it on the chat.
I must have had the wrong link because this looks no. Okay, it says like if I click on Ojac number 2 right up in link, and then I try to
Try the
type
link
something,
I sent.
it will just let me comment.
Is it the right?
Okay, so what's with the like the color? I just ignore that. Like when I
So you
type,
will
it's like
see
a
4
green.
folders. You will see Ojac 1, Ojac 2, Ojac 3, 4. So all of our literature and discussion and the video should be inside Ojac 2.
It just
Yes,
won't
I
let
see
me
yours now.
edit.
Why?
Would it let you type in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, if you can't edit, okay, just share with me your parts and I will edit that document.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right, I appreciate
Because
it.
the
Because
teacher
this
won't
one's one.
access the one link, everything should be there for him.
Okay. Yeah. How about you, Adriana?
You know, I'm trying to access it now, and I didn't want to keep leaving the video because I don't think you could see me. I could see it on, like when I click on a link and group me, but I'm trying to access it on my laptop,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
can't log in and group me just yet. So,
Okay.
yeah, but I could see everyone else's sort of sources, and I did see Wafa's
Mhm.
literature review number 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's in
Okay,
there.
so
I just can't
okay,
type in it.
so
So yeah, I can see it. I can access it. I just can't add my stuff. But I'll
Okay,
just
I will have to try
you
mine.
can't add my stuff. You can't add your stuff to mine,
nope. It just as a commenter.
or you can't add your stuff by your own.
Like
You should be
if
able.
I click the Google Doc and I add my Ojac number 2, it'll just
Mhm.
do it like a comment instead of adding to the actual document.
That's weird. But
Do
were
you
you
own the
able to do
document?
it for Ojac 1?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am.
yeah.
So how
Well,
come you were able to do it for Ojac 1 but not for Ojac 2?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to gain access. Like it says, I can comment, but I can't edit.
I was
He,
able to add mine, means I can edit too.
um, who created the
Uh,
document though?
It's the same person who
Yeah,
sent the link
Lauren.
to
Yeah,
the teacher.
Is it
Lauren,
uh,
Lauren?
okay, yes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Lauren. All right. Well, I'll try to get in touch with Lauren and just add my stuff, or email it to you, and we'll get it on there.
Yeah, yeah, sure, no problem. I will add your parts. If you
Yeah.
would like, I can share my screen and show you what I can see.
No. I can see the document. I can access it. I can see what you
Okay.
wrote, but I just can't like
Okay, good. But you can't add anything.
yeah,
That's
like if I
weird.
type in right now at the bottom of yours, like if I just say like hello,
Mm,
it's like a comment. It's
okay, maybe the issue with my document, maybe I need to give you permission.
yeah, I need permission to edit.
Okay, maybe that's easy. Let me. So, are you okay all to use this document? Because I put some introduction, but okay,
Yeah, we'll
missing
use
your
it.
parts. Okay, good. So,
If you
I
can you send the link in the
yes,
the online message where we originally emailed each other in
Oh, this
Blackboard?
Blackboard. I got you. I'll
Yes. Okay.
copy it into Blackboard. Copy link. All right, y'all. I think we did a pretty good job on our OJAC number 2. Short and sweet. Because me
mhm,
and Wafa have the same article. We do agree that on our article part that it needs more work to really be considered a research article. It's lacking literature review. It doesn't have one at all.
Mhm.
But Adriana's article is more supporting. It has a literature review. It has subsections. Um, and I guess that's just any other comments or anything else you
No,
want to say about
that's
our
it.
articles?
No, that's it.
No.
So just we need to decide next time who's gonna be the Ojac 3, who's gonna arrange the meeting
Oh
and
yeah.
do everything. I don't
Whew.
mind doing that, and it will be Ojac 3. It will be based on, I think, the the tool we're gonna use. I think. Well,
Yeah.
let's say, okay, I don't mind to be the one who's gonna organize Ojac 3 for next time.
Okay. I'll do 4.
Okay,
All
good.
right.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
All
Thank
right,
you.
y'all. Let
Yes.
me set it up.